Have a scotch on the rocks, please. Any scotch will do, as long as it's not a blend, of course. Single malt. Glenlivet, Glenfiddich, perhaps, maybe a Glengoyne, any Glen.
Welcome back, Spirit Tippers and Whiskey Sippers. 1-1 here again, and we tracked down another one. I heard this one's a total sherry bomb. Today we're going to be checking out the 12-year-old Glengoyne.
Come on, do it.
I've heard good things about this. Like I said, I heard it's a total sherry bomb. This one's 43%, so 86 proof. Glengoyne claims to have the slowest stills, so maybe that gives it some more of the richer spirit. This is supposed to be a good one. I'm really hoping it's a good one because it's only 12 years old and still $109.99, so $110, and that's before tax. So this is a pricey one, but I have heard good things. I'm looking forward to it, so let's crack this open and see what it's all about. Glengoyne 12.
All right.
It's funny, my girl was talking about the bottle. She did not like the little white label on it. Just kind of looks like it was stamped on there afterwards, but that has nothing to do with the juice inside, so let's check it out. Not the greatest pop. Let's get it. You already know how we do it. It's 12 years old, so we're going to go ahead and let it chill out in the glass for about 12 minutes, and we will be right back to it. Don't go anywhere.
Waiting, sweetheart, just waiting.
Good, go.
Waiting for you.
All right, 12 minutes is up, and I am super excited. I always say that, but I am always super excited because I really want to taste this. I've heard great things about Glengoyne. Like I said, this is supposed to be one of the big sherry bombs. It's finished in bourbon and sherry casks, and supposedly some really fine sherry casks. Like I said, 43%, natural color, so should be pretty decent. Ooh. Right out of the gate, I get that sulfur smell, that Macallan, just that sherry sulfur smell. But behind that, you're getting the deep fruits, those dark plums, and maybe some figs and raisins. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of that Macallan smell with this one. I mean, I was about to say Glendronach, but it's more than that. It's that sulfur is leaning towards the Macallan. But then again, I mean, it's kind of like Glendronach because it is more balanced out, I guess, because there is a sweetness right behind it too with those fruits. You are definitely getting some fruits, maybe a little bit of nutmeg. But yeah, that sulfur is first and foremost. It is very prevalent in this one. But you're going to get that in those real big sherry bomb casks, those sherry finished casks. You're going to get that sulfur. That's what it is. And when it comes to the flavor of that, I usually really like it a lot. So let's check it out. Cheers. Right away, what you notice is how smooth and just silky it is coming through. Don't often talk about that mouthfeel, but it is a nice, smooth, silky mouthfeel. Super smooth going down, no burn at all, and then just the tiniest little bit of that Kentucky hug to let you know it's there. It's not bursting with flavors, like it's not this big crazy fruit explosion or anything. I mean, it's a little more mild. This is the this is the neck pour, so it's probably a little more mild than what it's going to be, but oh yeah, right. Boy, that sherry barrel is, I mean, you get a little bit of the sweetness from the bourbon barrel, but that sherry barrel is very prevalent. Smooth and easy, and yeah, I mean, you kind of do feel the blend of both those barrels, the bourbon and the sherry barrel. You're kind of getting those tannins. A lot like when you put water in whiskey. It's kind of, you don't even need the water. You're just getting that barrel influence right out of the gate with this one. Again, it could be because of the neck pour, but yeah, like really, really heavy barrel influence. Let's see what the water does do to it. Just a couple drops, not too much. Just don't want to put too much in there, just enough to break up those oils. See if they can open up a few extra flavors. Oh wow, yeah, this one got real fruity. It tamped down that sulfur flavor and just brought up those fruit notes. You got apples and white grapes and plums. Boy, the plums are a little lighter. Like before the water, it was more of those really, really dark, like plums and figs and raisins. Now it's like a little bit of the plum from the sweetness, but more like apples and grapes. It really lightened it up a lot. Like so fruity. Tamped down that sulfur and brought a whole bunch of that fruit. But sulfur's still there, especially once you get down into it. It's still there. Let's see how the taste is. Glengoyne. Man, it's crazy to talk about mouthfeel, but this one, that's literally like the biggest and first thing you notice. And I wonder if that has to do with them claiming to have the slowest stills, but it does. I mean, the second you start, I mean, as soon as it gets over the lip, yeah, the mouth is watering. As soon as it gets over the lip, it's just this smooth, silky, just sweet. I mean, it is nice. And it is. I don't really have, that's not something I really notice all the time with whiskeys, but this one's really just that smooth, silky, nice. But yeah, you get the fruits, you get the barrel. Oh man, you get right behind there. There's some vanilla behind there you're smelling. I'm guessing that's coming from the bourbon barrel. But yeah, the water actually, the water helps this one out. It does break it up a little bit and brings out a little bit more of those fruit flavors. And I think this one's actually one of those that's a little bit nicer with a little water in it. Yep. Just fruity, sweet, with just that sherry influence on the back. That's really nice. Well, let's see how it fares over some ice. Pop almost sounded better the second time. Let's get it. Get that neck down there. Let this thing breathe a little bit. Yeah, this is I mean, it's a good one. It's nice. I think this is one of those, especially as much as it changed with the water in it, I think this one's going to be one of those that's going to change dramatically as it goes down a little bit and gets a little more air in there and lets it open up a little bit. I have a feeling that's going to make a big difference with this one. Because, yeah, that water, I mean, it instantly got so much fruitier and sweeter just right out of the gate with just a few drops of water. Woo! See, usually, I mean, with the ice, it either takes away the smell or gives it way more of those, like, barrel smells. This one, boy, the ice, it kind of took away all sulfur, but now it's just sweet cotton candy. That smells like sweet cotton candy and grapes, which is an odd combination, but that's what it smells like. Cotton candy and grapes. That is amazing. Let's see how it tastes. Prost. Oh. There's actually a lot going on for being over an ice cube, I gotta tell you. It starts out like really sweet, and then you instantly get a little bit of that barrel kick, and then the fruits start opening up kind of on the back end and back middle, and then there's like a little tart citrus on the very back end of it. That's interesting over ice. Ice kind of opened this way up, which usually, yeah, it takes away, usually the ice takes away a few flavors. I think this one brought a few extra. Let's make sure, let's try that again. Yeah, right out of the gate, just like a sweet, salty savoriness, and then it ebbs a little bit and starts getting into the fruits. And then on the back end, there's like a little bit, like the fruit is more of a citrus. And then, yeah, just like a little last minute tart barrel tang on the back end of it. Wow, this one's actually really nice over ice. Again, that could be because, you know, it's just the neck pour and it's a little rambunctious right now. Once it settles down and gets some air on it, I'll bet it calms down and opens up a little bit. It'll probably be a whole different thing. Right now, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. For $110 for a 12-year-old, I mean, obviously, I got to put it up against some of my favorite 12-year-olds, like the Glendronach 12, and yeah. For Glendronach, I mean, it's way cheaper in most places across the nation, and even up here, I've gotten it for like $55. I've seen prices down in California down for like $35. So I mean, yeah, it depends on where you're at. Prices vary all over the place, but for $110, and that was before tax, so you know it's like $130, $35. So yeah, this one, it's a little pricey, but like I said, I have a feeling this one's going to change pretty dramatically. But we got to base it on what we know now, and right now it's a little bit uptight. I'd still definitely, I mean, that mouthfeel is super pleasurable. I mean, that sounds crazy and weird, but I mean, it is silky smooth going in, and it is a nice taste, and the fruit is there. So I'd give it a good solid 8 out of 10. This one's a good solid 8 out of 10, and I have a feeling it's definitely going to be able to open up before it's over, and it's going to change. So we're going to have to revisit this one and check it out. And I can't wait to put it in some blind taste tests with some other 12s and see how it fares. Do another flight fight with it. So I hope everybody's getting through this and staying safe and sane out there. And until the next one, I hope everybody has an absolutely amazing week. Cheers.